Hi YouTubers, it probably hasn't escaped your notice that in the last few weeks there has been once again problems in the Middle East. Problems of course with Israel and Palestinian or Hamas territories in this case beyond, and in the UN in the last week or so, they have upgraded the Palestinian position to be more recognisable. That's about how it was explained to me. I'm not sure how. It's gone up anyway. They're a bit more recognisable than they were a couple of weeks ago when nobody had obviously heard of them. But in response to this, Israel has decided to give a few more, what's the word? It has announced that it will allow some more building in disputed territories, things like the West Bank, things like that. Now, this has happened before, building houses in disputed territories of the West Bank and these sort of areas. Now, what happened last time? Well, they had to, not so much demolish the houses, but they all ended up being taken over by, as they withdrew from that area, they were taken over again by, we assume the Palestinian Hamas type people from the West Bank areas, if you like, the Islamic side. Okay, so, bearing that in mind, you're giving all these, they announced that they will allow planning permission, that's the words I was looking for, planning permission for properties in this area. But would you really want to buy one? Or would you go, well, that's a bloody good opportunity, isn't it? I really must go out there. I must build myself a house in the disputed areas of the West Bank, etc., or next to Israel. Why would you? I mean, it gives a whole new concept to timeshare, doesn't it? Because the chances are half the time you're not going to get to live in it. Somebody else will. But what would you build there? And the whole world's going, shock, horror, they're going to build in that area. My God, no, not again. No, it'll be awful. Well, and now, the Jewish people, I don't like to use cliches. I mean, you have the Irish people and they are usually a little bit on the thick side. That's what the cliche of an Irishman is. Now, the cliche of a German in Britain is usually somebody who's a little bit staunch and they are going to, when you're on holiday, they are going to pinch the sunbeds. Right. It's a cliche. Not everybody's a cliche. There's other cliches, of course, but we won't go into that. But what's a Jewish cliche? Well, it's somebody who's a little bit my boy, rub the hands and they're tight as you can get. Mean people, business acumen. These are people who love business according to the cliches. Now, bearing that in mind, how many Jewish people are going to go, well, this is really a good opportunity. That sounds a little South African, but anyway, I'll cut the accent. This is a really good business opportunity. I must buy a fucking house in the West Bank. Brilliant idea. Let's go do it. Now, my thought for the day is exactly that. Who in the right bloody mind would do it? Okay, the building of perhaps a military base there, I could probably imagine that would be more likely. Or the building of something else, but you wouldn't want to live there, would you? It's just not an opportunity. So, why do we worry about it? When it's announced on the news, why do we just go, another piece of bullshit news, which is exactly what it is. My thought for the day anyway. Take care, peace.